Hello, everyone. I'm Catwoman.
And I'm Gigi, the Gadget Goddess.
And I'm Emily, and we are
your home girls at tech.
Here on the Gadget Chats podcast. Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday. We didn't even rehearse this time.
We're just that good.
I didn't know if you could see me laughing. I was like, we're going to screw this up. Hope everybody's having a good day today. Yeah, we did. Pat on the back.
Mm-hmm. And just before Gigi talks about the thirst buckets, Emily has beautiful flowers behind her. Those who are just listening, they're so pretty. What are they, pink?
They're red. My lighting is just that bad that they look pink. They're red, and there's some white tulips in there, and there's a couple red roses.
Oh, I thought they were pink too. Oops.
Mm-hmm. No, it's just... Oh, and we have a cat tail too.
I saw her jump off her little post back there. I was like, okay, that's going to freak out some people that are watching. Like, what's that movement over there?
Nadine is like, I'm your cat girl at tech.
It's like, I'm cat woman.
Yes.
Well, y'all ready for thirst buckets? So, I mean, we can talk about flowers and stuff all day. Let me stop.
Like my self-care flowers.
Oh, it's always good to take care of yourself.
Mm-hmm. Bring joy to my own life.
Who else will, if no?
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
So I got Barry shouting out Mike West. Is my chat in order? Well, whatever. That's who I have for.
Very psychic. Very psychic.
Yeah, he's psychic. He knew that Mike West was in the building. Mm-hmm. So that, and we got the familia.
Hey,
Tech King Mike is in the building. Armadillo Tech, Texas. Hey, shout out to Carl. I hope you're doing well down there in Texas, and prayers for everybody in Texas right now.
Absolutely.
It's like another storm's about to come through.
I want to FedEx you a bunch of ice scrapers.
Right.
Man.
They'll never make it though.
You can FedEx them some wood. Shay Kennedy is in the building. Like, oh man, I've seen the weirdest improvising to make heat.
Yeah.
Shay Kennedy's here. Welcome, Shay. Then Eric.
Hey,
is in the building.
Mm-hmm.
She's so shy.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Kathy.
She's not shy at all.
Hi,
we
Mama
broke
Wilson.
her in pretty good the first time.
Oh, probably the cat. She probably means Nadine.
Oh, the cat. Okay. That makes sense. Sharky is in the building. Hey, Gadget Tech gals and Emily. And I think we're at the bottom of the barrel. It's a light Thursday, people, but the show must go on.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Oh, Bob came in.
Mm-hmm. Just popped up. Hey, Bob.
We saw him at the same time. It's like, hey, Bob. What about Bob? What about Bob? So yeah, how's everybody doing? I've been busy today.
Yeah.
It's a weird day. Guys, what is February? I don't even
know. Yeah.
Is it February? What? Like, it's hard to keep up with days, months, the whole month.
We're over halfway through. I feel like we barely got into. I don't know.
Yeah,
living in the Twilight Zone. I don't even know.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to the Nightbot and to Tech for Your Needs. Oops, I was trying to click on that. And then LaShawn comes in. Look, LaShawn, you're late.
You're late.
barely.
Don't give him a pass, Emily. Don't give him a pass. Mm-hmm. He's not gonna give you one.
I'm trying to make friends.
Yeah. So let's get into what is going on with us. So if you go to gadgetchats.com, it will take you over to our anchor site where you can catch our podcast everywhere that podcasts are available. So those who are watching live, if you guys ever want to watch the replay, you could always watch the video on replay, or if you just only want to listen, we put it up online and you can listen to it in all your podcasting places.
Yay.
On Facebook, we have 98 people following us. Ooh. Thank you.
We're so close to the...
I know, right?
Yeah. The milestone of 100.
Mm-hmm. On Instagram, we have 184 followers. Thank you. On Twitter, we have 307 followers. Thank you.
Have you noticed that that's growing here lately?
Yes.
We'll pick up people on Twitter, but we won't pick up people that actually. Well, YouTube might be separate from the podcast, so people might be listening that I don't know are listening.
I think maybe people are actually watching us on Periscope too, and that's probably why it's growing as well.
Mm-hmm.
So
until Periscope goes away.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, how long is that gonna last for?
Yeah. So
we'll just enjoy it while we can.
We have 295 subscribers. Thank you. And then on the Twitch, we have 15 people following us. Thank you.
Uh-oh.
Inception.
Sorry.
Are you cracking jokes over there, Catwoman? Cut it out.
Just a tad.
Okay.
In the Que Pasa section, also just wanted it to let you guys know that I put out new content on my channel.
Multiple new content.
Yes, 2 videos.
You've been busy.
So I've been trying to be, yes. So I did Gigi's promo on Tuesday. I went live and it was great. There was people in the chat and they were giving me feedback and I was giving them advice and stuff, and you guys were able to watch me edit live. So if you ever want to see that, you can see it. I use Adobe Rush because when I went live the week before that, I used Premiere and it just kind of went over a lot of people's heads. So I use Rush and you can check it out. It was just a 1-minute promo for Gigi, and she put it on her Instagram and her Twitters and all that great stuff.
And it's on the Gadget Chat's Instagram as well. So.
Yep. And I posted a video today. It's called How to Use Google Chrome Group Tabs to Declutter Your Life. So when you have a lot of tabs, like I do right now, you can actually... Yeah. You can group them. So this is a new feature that just came out. It's great. It's awesome for your life.
So pretty.
You can color code them and everything. Yeah, it's a short video. It's like
3 minutes.
2 minutes.
Or not even 3 minutes. It's close to 3 minutes, but not quite.
Yes. But I think it will be very, very beneficial for y'all. So check it out. The link is in the description.
Yeah, I think the Trello is asking you, how does your screen look like that? So
yes.
You need to find them and say, hey, there's a video. Check it out.
Le Trail, the videos out. Hey, Dwan Boone.
What's up, D Boone?
Hey, Sean Williams.
Sean Williams. My members got a new video today, so I will not discuss it because everybody's not a member. But yes.
Yeah. I'm excited.
My first blooper reel is going to roll this weekend too. So it's amazing how much you can pull out of 2 videos and make a blooper reel. I have a 7-minute blooper reel out of 2 videos.
Wow, that's great though. Well, I know you're like the master of like adding sound effects and stuff, so it's gonna be hilarious. I can't wait.
Oh, I didn't put sound effects in the blooper reel.
Oh, you didn't? Oh,
all that blooper.
Didn't need them. So you get all that garbage, yeah.
Okay. So today we are going to talk about a person for Black History Month. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. His name is Granville Woods. He's basically they called him like the Black Edison of the 1800s. And he created, what's the exact word for it? I don't know why I'm blanking out. I read this. I can't remember the name of it.
Induction telegraph system.
Yes, the Induction telegraph system. So what that does, it allows trains to be able to communicate with each other while they're moving. So and then also you can track the trains as well. And then the third rail for trains that gives it power, he also invented that as well. He had about 60 patents over his life. He is amazing. Check out the Wikipedia page about him. He's pretty cool. So this is in the 1800s. Granville Woods, y'all.
Nice. It's a different way of spelling Taylor too.
Tech deals. Let's get into some tech deals. So right now, there are some deals with tablets, a Fire tablet,
Mm.
7-inch, 16 gigs of space is $40. You save $10. Woo woo!
Not bad.
And then the
You
Fire
want
HD
the
tablet. This
that's
one's
the
8
HD
inches.
8. Yeah.
8 inches, 32 gigabytes of space. It's $64.99, and you save $25. And then the Fire HD 10 tablet, which is 10 inches, that one is 32 gigabytes of space, and it's $94.99. You get $55 off. So that's great.
And as always, links to, like when we're talking about Granville, these tech deals, and Catwoman's videos, all that is in the description or the show notes, depending on how you are listening or watching.
Yes, we provide all the links. Hey, Jake's baby cakes.
Hey, lady.
Another thing that we wanted to showcase is this website is called blackillustrations.com. So this is a really cool site. They have some free and ones that you can purchase. Basically, it's different types of avatars and things that you can use. So, we use like lots of different emojis and stuff like that for promotions. So this website, you can get ones that, showcase Black people instead of just like the regular yellow peoples that we usually have, and just usually just have white people. It's pretty cool because
they got all complexions. So,
yes,
even if you're not Black,
yes,
maybe you're Indian or something, you want something that's a little more olive.
Yes,
and you can get something that looks more like you.
Yes. So I actually downloaded some of the free ones. Awesome. They even give you the AI file, so you can actually change the complexion.
Oh, that's cool. I was just going to ask what the file types are that they let you download. That's cool.
Yeah, so it gives you AI file, PNG file, JPEG file, and there's another one too. I forgot what's the name of it.
Hi, Alana.
Hey, Alana. Hey, Swarthy.
Do they do do they have TIFF? They do the
Is it TIFF? Let me see. I'm gonna pull up my folder that I have with it. Actually, let's see. I have it in my downloadables.
Hey, Savage.
Okay, it's AI, JPEG, PNG, and SVG.
Okay.
Yep. So those are all the different types of files. It's really cool, and I was playing around with it. Not only do they have Black people, but they also include ableism as well. So they have people in wheelchairs or missing limbs, all that good stuff.
That's cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I like how in like different sized people too.
Yes. Yeah.
I like how intersectional this is.
Very, very, very.
Yeah.
And this site also has a YouTube channel, which we put the link on there as well. So it shows you what files it comes with and how to use them. So if you don't know how to use them, you can. So it's just really cool just to be able to see some type of representation, or just to, show some type of inclusivity and just have diversity in the things that you're promoting.
Well, and these are the things that are going to make a difference.
Yes.
Like, because it's the things that we just are absorbing and taking in all the time. Like everything in our culture and media has been so white centric for so long. We have to be intentional to put other faces and cultures and skins out there, so that it's not just, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So like I said, there's ones that you can purchase, but then they have free ones as well. So like the Office Hustle one and the medical pack, I downloaded that one. Love it. And you could also do like all of them for $89 every 3 months.
Good.
That's every 3 months.
And that's what I was asking Catwoman, because I didn't know. I was like, well, is that a good price? Because
that's a really good price for that quality and the variety of file types that you're getting.
Yes. And you can really customize it. You could even like these, for example, like the travel vibe ones, you can remove the background as well. So like you see like the Safari stuff, you could actually remove that in the AI file. And then they in the PNG files, they include one with the background and one just transparent.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. It's awesome. Yeah.
That's so versatile and usable. I love this.
Yeah.
I wish I had this at my last job when I
Right?
did the graphics and marketing
Yeah.
all the time.
And it's funny because I actually found this on Facebook. I was just
Oh,
going on
wow.
Facebook and it just came up as an ad for me. I was like, oh, cool. And I just clicked on it. I was
That's
like, wow, this
awesome.
is great. Yeah.
Oh, the social experiment. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Hey,
It
Facebook,
works sometimes. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
take the good when
And
it comes.
yeah. This is the guy right here. Let me see if I
Oh, I
can.
was gonna say, is that him in the corner?
Yep, that's him in the corner. Yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and he has a bunch of videos on here as well. So I didn't subscribe with the Gadget Chat, so I'm gonna go subscribe. But I subscribe with my Tech Valor one. He's cool.
That's really awesome. And like, the pricing and stuff feels very accessible. The fact that there's free ones and if you're doing graphic design and this kind of stuff all the time, that is definitely worth the price. That's cool.
Yeah. So those are the tech deals that we got right now.
Savage says he's color coordinating his tabs right now.
Hey, that's awesome.
Shout out to Savage.
Yeah. It's good to have some type of, we do so many different things, especially on Chrome. Not even just like Gadget Chats, but just like in life in general. So it's just good that they added this natively. It's not an extension that you need to put on your Google Chrome tab. It's just something that comes.
It's so easy.
I'll take that opportunity to plug Barry and Savage's podcast on Saturdays.
Yeah.
If you're not subscribed to Barry Johnson, you need to. I have put him in my featured channels on my page. I think Gadget Chats needs to have some featured channels, but we just haven't done it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Wait,
I know
my
he's
cat
online.
is going psychotic right now. Oh, now she's still. As soon as I put the camera on her, she's fine.
She knows. They did.
She's like,
so, shout out to them. I just want to give them a quick shout out.
Yep. Oh, Bob
already
says
had
that
me and
he's in
Catwoman
18 inches of snow.
Yeah, he's been talking about. I've been watching it go up. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
He's listening to us right now because he says he has to do plowing or whatnot. So
yeah, I feel you. Yes, Bionic Scoop is gonna be the guest on there. He's gonna be interviewed by Barry and Savage, so that's gonna be great.
Nice.
Woo, woo. Hey, Charlene, welcome. Okay, so some articles that we have going on. The first one is a peek on what's next for Google Classroom, which is really awesome updates. Yeah. So my daughters, they use Google Classroom. And so when I was looking at these updates, I'm like, word, this is great. So they haven't come yet. This is what is to come, but it's still good that they have it. So it talks about a whole bunch of different ones, but the main one that I really, really liked was that they're making it easier for you to scan your homework or your classwork. And it'll contort it so that it's easier to read for the teachers and for yourself as well. So they're improving that. It's now natively. You don't have to download another app like Can Scanner or something like that. It's pretty cool. So this is great. Another thing as well is right now when you type something, it's just regular text code, but they're adding rich text format on it, which means that you'll be able to bold stuff, italicize, underline, create lists when you're writing messages and you're putting in there and stuff like that. So that's great. They're also going to be upgrading the mobile side of the classroom, which is going to be so convenient for the teachers when they're on the go and they just need to check something. If something was done, they don't have to go to the, what's it called again? Desktop version of their side.
Do you see how excited Swarthy is in the chat? She's like, I'm on this every day.
Yes, Swarthy. Woo, woo, woo. Yeah, she uses it.
What I thought was really cool too is that they're trying to integrate it into like your roster systems and doing some more admin stuff. Which I think just makes so much sense because like when you're a teacher, you have enough to do. You don't need to learn like 15 different softwares and platforms that do almost the same thing or like it's like that. Yeah. I'm curious though, did they say if this is like what the pay bracket is, or is this just
is included with Classroom? So schools that already have Google Classrooms, this is what is going to be involved for them. So this is paid by the school.
Okay.
So teachers are not going to have to like pay extra or something like that.
Yeah. Well, I'm wondering, like, because aren't there like lower payment versions of Google Classroom, and school districts can get nicer? I don't know. I don't
know about that. Maybe Swarthy could tell us.
Yeah.
If
I'd be curious to know, because I have some friends that are teachers and they're like, yeah, our schools don't pay for like the fancy Google Classroom. So they're like trying to share their
I didn't know there was tiers. That's new.
And I was like, I feel like this goes against the accessibility and attractability of Google in general, is that it's free or feels free.
Yeah, I'm checking to see if if it says anything here about a paywall. I don't. It says over 50 new features across the education
we'll find out.
Yeah, it says including Classroom, Meet, Chrome, and more. Okay.
That's cool though. It's probably going to be accessible enough though that it's going to be, if it can replace some of these other softwares and systems that school districts are using, it's probably going to save them so much money.
I hope especially the one about pictures to submit your homework.
That's cool.
Like, that one has to be key.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
My son's last year of school was a nightmare.
Yeah.
Last year.
I can't even imagine.
Now, what it says on here is what's available now. The only thing that's available right now is CS First integration. I don't know what that is, but I'll just read what it says. It says CS First is our free introductory computer science curriculum. You can now import student rosters from Classroom into a new CS First class, and student can sign in using a Google account. Many of these features were based on your feedback, so keep them coming. Swarthy says that in her country is a Google system. We get access to all the Google products for free as teachers and students. Oh, okay.
My county.
Oh, county, not country.
Yeah.
Speaking of countries, one of the things that's going to be coming soon is more languages. So instead of having to use Google Translate, instead of having to use Google Translate and stuff, it's going to be natively. So it's going to be great.
That's cool. Mm-hmm. That's really great that they're responding. I appreciated in there that like they were naming that this wasn't the vision for Google Classroom at all, but they're responding to the needs. And it's true. Like, who would have thought that we would still basically be remote a year later?
Yeah.
So, and it's not going away. And once you kind of go hybrid or remote, like, it's going to be interesting to see how education changes and how that looks like on a daily basis in the future years. So that's cool.
So at the bottom of this, it says, so keep it coming. It's linkable. Click on that link and it'll take you over to support.google.com where you can actually provide feedback. So if there's anything that you feel like is missing or they're not addressing, you can go here and it shows you how to provide feedback.
Bless you.
More features and stuff like that.
Thanks.
Yeah. So stay vocal, y'all.
I was like, she was all nice and pressed the mute button. I'm sneezing all in.
Oh, because I sound like I have a smoker cough. No.
All right. So next one is from Vice.com by Carl Bodie. America is finally fixing its crappy broadband availability maps. So basically, this is a pretty long article and I read it. So basically what it's talking about is that the government doesn't really know where broadband internet speeds is lacking and needs better infrastructure because they get their data directly from the internet service providers and they tend to
lie.
Exaggerate.
Okay, you can say exaggerate. Me and Emily will say they lie.
Yeah, no, it's like when pharmaceutical companies will pay for their own like studies.
Yes, like that. Basically.
Yeah. No.
So basically the government is now going to be stepping up and actually doing this on their own now. So then they can crack down, either tell them, hey, you're not providing adequate internet in this space and you need to build that infrastructure, or to be able to find a way so that the government can pay for it for underprivileged rural areas that don't have it. So that is pretty cool. It's something we've wanted for the longest of time.
Yeah.
It's funny because last week that guy.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying last week that guy that was like 90 years old that's been with AT&T for 50 years.
That was cracking me up.
So it's like
I shared that with so many people.
Yeah. What were you gonna say, Emily?
Well, this touches on a little bit of what we talked about, I think, 2 weeks ago, where a lot of the infrastructure and how the internet has become really part of infrastructure and part of our society, and yet it's not regulated in such a way and funded like highways and that kind of thing, even though it's treated as something like a necessity. It basically is if you're going to exist in the US right now or try to.
And that's why I was so excited when net neutrality was passed in 2017. Because net neutrality was saying, hey, the internet should be treated as a utility, not as entertainment. It is something that is needed, right? But then when the Trump administration came in and hired Ajit Pai to dismantle net neutrality, like people's services went down almost immediately, you know?
That's right.
Yeah, and their internet, they basically have 2 tiers of internet, a fast lane or a slow lane, depending on either how much you pay or what companies are in bed with which ISP. It's not right. It should be treated as a utility. That's why I'm excited that Biden has a commitment to bringing net neutrality up again. So I hope that
hold him to it
happen soon. Yes, I hope that does happen soon.
Yeah.
Yep. But this is good though.
That's encouraging though. Yeah. I feel like that's exactly the kind of stuff that we were talking about. Yeah. So that's really cool.
We need a proper diagnostic because the companies, they are lying, like you guys said. They're lying.
Yeah, why would they say, "Oh, we're doing crappy"?
They're gonna tell on themselves. Be like, "Oh, sorry, I just like don't actually care about these people." Like, no, they're not gonna do that.
It's like the meme with the coffee. Everything's fine.
Yeah. A lot of these internet service providers are subsidized by the government to build infrastructure. The government pays them money to build out fiber in a certain place. And they say, oh, we really need it. It's good. It's for innovation. And then as soon as they get the money and they build it up, they pay, they have the consumers, the citizens, pay a lot of money for it because it's new technology. It's like,
so then what's the point of the subsidy? Like that defeats the purpose.
Yeah, it's horrible. It's not fair.
It's so sketchy, and there needs to be that accountability. If it's getting subsidized, there needs to be checks and balances and all that on it. So that's great that they're actually putting, or at least even having the conversation about it is a good thing. I feel like they're just.
At least make us feel
any conversation about this stuff was put on pause for 4 years. So it feels like progress.
Hey, Tech Loving Mama, welcome. Okay, so the next article is about Trello. We use Trello for our podcast. So they have some pretty cool updates that are coming up. So they're going to be adding timeline, tables, dashboards, and calendars, which is great. So it's just going to be like a newer, effective way of being able to track projects, because right now it's just the regular needs to be done, doing, done, right? So this is being able to have maps, timelines, calendars, and like a dashboard all in it is, I think it's really great. Another one that kind of already has that already in there is called Asana. So I think that that's one of the reasons why they're adding that as well, because of competition, because people are moving over to Asana. So that's great. And it looks so pretty and
and I love how integrated it is.
Yeah.
Not only do I like this all pink one.
You like the all pink one?
Yes, so it's the small
this
things.
One. Yes. Yes, all pink one. So I not only use Trello for Gadget chats, but I also help build a website, and we use Trello for that. So it's really awesome. It's been very helpful for me because I do the project management of the side to see what is being done and what's completed. So it's great.
That's cool. Probably long overdue, but it's good that they're doing it.
That's why it's so good to have competition, because it makes these companies put out better,
Better,
versions or
yeah.
features that
And
people
that's
want.
the same thing I always say when people talk about devices. I'm like, you
Yep.
need more competition. The more competition, the better off we are.
Otherwise, they'll get
as consumers.
lazy
Yeah.
Yes.
and just be like, well, they'll buy this piece of trash,
Anyway,
so I
Because
just
this is
make the
all
trash.
they have to buy.
Yep. All right, next
Mhm.
article. This one is by CO.com. Tech takes on its racist terminology, which is this is such a good article by Maria K. Pratt. So there was a part that I highlighted, but I think it went away because I clicked on it. Oh no, here it is. All right. So there's a section here where it says we can. So it talks about certain terminologies in tech that coincides with racism. For example, slave master, right? And then blacklisting and whitelisting something, right?
One second. Because this is a question directed towards Trello, and you're more of experience. We don't pay for it. I don't.
No.
Well, unless Catwoman does, it's free.
Yes, we use the free version, and then even with the project management one that I have for websites, I use the free version as well. So the free version is pretty powerful, but
Yeah.
you can get the paid version.
I do know there's a delay with the chat, and that's why sometimes I'll double back. And I was like,
Thanks.
somebody else might have that question in the podcast later. So Trello's great, and we use the free one.
Yeah.
These are black men, swarthy in this article, but go ahead.
Yes. So it's just talking about the workplace and how certain terminologies need to change because the way that they were created and ingrained does perpetuate racism. So one of them is, like I said before, slave and master, right, for devices, and then whitelisting and blacklisting, either sites or things like that, right? And I wanted to highlight this because they actually provide a solution, and it's really simple. That says we can have leader, follower, or primary, secondary, but none of this master slave nonsense. I'm sick of this garbage. I agree with the sentiment.
And it's so funny how until I started reading this article, I was like, man, that's even with like plug outlets. You had the master and the slave. So
yes. Yeah. I remember when I was first learning how to build a computer, I was learning how to install a hard drive, and I had to make one the slave and the master. And I didn't think anything of it. And I'm like, wow, that's messed up.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, this is the first step, obviously, bringing attention to it.
And they even had a solution for the whitelist, blacklist thing, too.
Yeah.
So it's better than the person who says, I have a problem with this and has no solution. At least they say, hey, here's how you can fix that problem.
The both and is good.
Yeah.
Allowable and block,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's simple. Allowable and block. Sharky said, this is true for photography world too. Aux flashes have been called slave lights. And then Savage says male and female plug outlets, sockets. That's true. Why is there a female and male?
Yeah.
So read this article whenever you guys have time. It's really enlightening.
Yeah. That's like once you realize that this kind of language is used, you'll notice it everywhere. Like, what?
Yeah. And I know that I've said it before here on the stream. It's like for forever you were taught that white is good and black is bad, right? And for me, I've come to terms that black is not bad. It's a color, it's a tool. Everything is good and bad connotations because it's a tool. You can use it for good or you can use it for evil, right? For example, try sleeping in the sunlight. It's going to be really hard. You need darkness to sleep. Sleep is so important. It's so regenerative. And that's what I think about when I think about darkness. Darkness is true peace. It's stillness. It's regeneration. It's calmness. It's beautiful.
Preach it. Love it.
So shout out to Sam in the chat.
Hey,
Sam.
So I know Emily was there. Sunday when I was on the Across the Pondcast, where Sam called me Rachel the majority of the night.
How long was that podcast?
It was
An hour?
it was an
2
hour,
hours?
hour and a half. No, it was an
Yeah.
hour and a half.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Good 90 minutes of Rachel's.
but it was just
I'm never
casual.
gonna let this go.
It was casual. He just kind of casually threw it in there every now and again. And then finally, I'm getting these messages like, he's calling you Rachel, right? I was like, oh no, I thought he was referring to somebody else. So he's changed his name to Reginald. You see, howdy, y'all, Reginald here.
Yeah.
But we have said that we're going to have, it's 2 of them and it's 2 of us. So we thought we'd bring them over one time. Even if Emily's here, we could just have 5 people on the podcast. But I mean, we're going to do we'll go over there on theirs and they'll come to ours and we'll have a ball.
And no one will call anybody by their names.
That'll make it even more fun. They're a little more laid back than we are, But yeah, everything flies over there. It's like being on LaShawn's stream on a Friday.
Yeah. And next week we're gonna have Jay Will as our guest. So
Jay Will is our guest next Thursday. So
yeah, that's gonna be great to have him on and just chat about tech and life and all the good stuff.
So yeah, maybe we can see what the Across the Pondcast has going March.
Yes.
We'll get up though.
Yep.
Okay, we got one more article though.
Yeah. Okay.
You go from serious to fun,
Yeah. So, emojis. We're gonna have new emojis from Apple.
I need to see if I have these because I have the beta version. So
you do? Oh, okay.
These,
yeah, let us know. So here's some pictures of what it's gonna look like. It's a little bit more animated.
I don't understand the cloudy one.
I don't know either. Like what we could use it for.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's Santa Claus?
I don't think it's supposed to be Santa Claus. The one that's in a cloud?
I'm being funny.
Oh, I'm like, no, it's not.
It's supposed to be foggy.
Sorry,
I was not picking up for your
Yeah. But when it's really small, are you gonna see it like cloudy? I don't know. No.
You will, but I mean,
I don't know.
I don't know.
I just like it. That's fine.
They said that they're going to be including more mixed couple skin tones on there. And then they're going to make it more apparent that they're couples.
Yeah, the couples, yeah.
Yeah, so like right now, the 2 girls are just smiling, right? Well, not even smiling. They're just straight face and this has a heart in the middle. But then they're going to have them actually
blowing kisses. Yeah.
Oh,
so cute. And then the smileys, they're just going to be a little bit more animated. Oh, this says face in the clouds. That's what the cloud.
But it does not help explain when I would ever use that.
No,
the middle one all the time.
Yeah.
One of the greatest.
Okay, yes, I can put my. I'm gonna make a biracial couple here.
Okay, word, awesome. And then the hearts, they're gonna have like a mending heart and a heart on fire. They're gonna have gender consistency. So like the beards are not just only going to be on guys, it's going to be on girls too. Awesome.
Oh, wow. I'm sorry.
So before
you gave me a toy to play with.
So the one on the syringe one, it used to be blood. It used to be red liquid, but now to be with more lines towards vaccine, it's just going to be a clear liquid in there, basically.
It's a little more versatile.
And then for branding, they're going to be putting their headphones as headphones, of course. And this is kind of like how you can choose it in action.
Well, see, to make the couple, I put the couple in our group chat, but to make it, they had all the races on one side of the lovey kiss and then all the races on the other side. Like it was kind of complex to do.
Yeah.
I mean, but once you do it once, hopefully.
Yeah, it saves it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't see like the hearts and stuff, but I'm not really sitting here trying to play with emojis or emojis while we're on the thing. But yeah, I was able to make that couple.
Yeah.
kind of neat.
That's cool. Especially, I like the with the gender consistency too, because it's when we talk about LGBT, we oftentimes miss like intersex people,
Yes.
and that they can be represented now.
And I'm looking at the family emojis now, and I'm like, when are they gonna mix the families up?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll probably be the next one.
Yeah, that'll be great. I know for myself too. Like when I choose like the thumbs up emoji, I always try to find like the beige one for myself. So
I always go the palest one possible because that is the most accurate to me.
And I know that there's yellow, obviously, which can represent everyone, but not really, because in The Simpsons, there's black people, then there's yellow people. So it's like,
yeah, I wouldn't point to The Simpsons as like a great,
exactly,
like moral indicator for race representation.
Not at all.
That's funny.
Okay, hi, Joydita.
Hi, Joydita. Nice. Nice to see you.
Okay, this is interesting.
Sorty said, yes, the blood one was creepy, right? The bloody syringe.
Yes.
I've never even used a syringe. So like,
also, in what situation
how many syringes have you used
in a syringe?
That would be say you don't have blood in a syringe. You're sticking somebody with medicine.
Yeah.
Like, it makes me a little concerned about whoever like originally made that
I know,
one.
right?
It's
like that's not how you do a blood transfusion.
Oh, so Carl is back, and I said, Carl, we're praying for y'all down there in Texas, sir.
Mm-hmm.
I know there were a lot of discussions about weather in the chat earlier, but Texas is on my mind over. If you're cold and you can go inside and get in the heat, is different than people who have no heat and everything else.
Yeah, and there's no infrastructure for them to be this cold.
Right.
Like, yeah.
So, and Emily D. Baker is in the chat. Hi, Emily.
Oh, he's good, but I know some people still aren't good. Like Jay Will got his last night.
She said my text scarf is on fire. This is from Mila.
Yes.
I'm gonna actually.
You were rocking the scarves this week.
Yo,
I love it.
And they feel so good.
Are they silk? Worried, like,
yes, 100% silk. I was worried though that I might feel hot in them, but not at all. Like, it's so breathable and luxurious feeling.
Good.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the link to this specific scarf.
So from now on, I'll be the bum, and she's gonna be the prissy one on these things.
Cállate.
Look, I go to work.
I come home. Are you to like find your thing?
Yeah.
Like when I go to work, I'm like, I'll come home to get comfortable. I'll come home to get dressed up again.
And I walk from that room to this chair, so there's much difference for me. It's just all comfies all the time.
And
I love
the reason why they pop is because the pigment is so good. So this one is like Day of the Dead. Yeah.
Okay.
I love that.
Even though it's sheer, it's so pigmented.
Yeah, that's very vibrant.
Yeah, and these scarves can actually you can actually get them at Neiman Marcus as well. But you could just get them directly from her site. I'm just trying to find this specific one. Y'all can keep talking.
You had a different one on Tuesday, right?
Yes. You bougie now.
It's this one. This one is also bougie. Skulls, but it's pink.
Oh, that's fun.
This one's my favorite because it's pink.
It matches your ears.
Yes.
Yeah, I know, Sam, but I mean that's not everybody, because they said 90% of the state was without power, and I'm sure everybody's power ain't back on. And they have another storm coming through. So.
Oh wow! Oh no, that sucks.
Yeah. Climate change. It's happening.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a real thing? I'm being sarcastic.
Oh, not wrong.
So yeah, I don't know. It's like the past year or so, like I'm going through my time hop, and I'm like, oh, I think this is actually the anniversary of the last time I was on an airplane a year ago today.
Wow.
And I was like, wow. It's hard to, imagine I haven't flew in a year, because everybody used to pick at me and say I was like what did LB used to say? I worked for air marshals because I flew so much. I was always going somewhere. And so a whole year with no flights, it's like I got cabin fever, even though I go to work. So yeah, I really miss places like the beach and stuff, but I refuse to go while it's like this. I'm not wearing a mask at the beach. You know?
It's worth it.
Yeah. Well, see, you live by one.
Yeah, I wouldn't travel to it.
You travel and you
I
have to
would
stay
drive
somewhere.
5 minutes to my beach.
If it was one down the road, it'd be different. It's like, nah.
Yeah.
I'll wait until I don't have to defumigate the place when I get there.
I don't know how people are, people staying in hotels and stuff. I don't know how that's working, and it just makes me so nervous.
Right.
Like, I don't know how people are traveling for work. If you do,
yeah, so
blessings upon you. Good luck.
Wow, December 2019. Wow. I'm scared of flying, so.
Girl, when I found out I could be somewhere in an hour and not have to drive 12, I was like, put me on the plane.
So I can't find the link to this specific scarf, so I just put her website in the link, you guys, and I'll make sure to include it in the description as well.
I knew that was gonna come up.
Oh my gosh!
I mean, everybody can't go to Aruba. Didn't he go to Aruba?
He went to Cancun.
Cancun, I'm sorry. He went somewhere exotic. You know
yeah, he wants to build a wall.
Yep. It's horrible.
Yeah, I'm scared to get on the COVID thing has me scared to get on a plane. But I've grabbed somebody's leg next to me during turbulence before, so it don't bother me at all.
Yeah.
We all in this together. I might grab your leg if we experience some turbulence.
Oh, no. Right. We don't. I'm a New Englander. We don't talk to or touch strangers.
Yeah.
Well. If you're a New Englander next to me, you're getting touched.
Okay. So Genevieve's gonna sit between us.
So Armadillo Text said Neiman Marcus is one of the worst places to meet whenever my wife went there. Is it because he spent a lot of money? Most likely why.
That is so funny. Emily showed what the emoji looked like for her in the group when I sent it.
It did not
she didn't have the update.
It does not look correct.
Oh, I'm going to show you what I'm on beta software, so I get it. But and people say, you use beta? I'm like, I always use beta.
Beta. Joydita said that I should model these scarves since all the models are white. Thanks.
Aww.
You are glowing. Oh, seriously, all week.
I washed my face.
She sounds like me. I'm like, I showered today.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. Well, I've
brushed my hair twice.
So I've been editing videos for people. One of them is Mila, the one who makes these scarves, and Emily Baker. And I'm so terrified of getting in front of the camera. But as I continue to edit their videos and I see their confidence, their silliness, like I've always wanted to get in front of the camera. I was just always so scared. And so I did it. I took about 20 takes, even though it was just like this bit amount of time, right? Yeah. But I feel very, very fortunate to be able to edit someone else's videos because it kind of is helping me get over my fear a little bit of either getting in front of the camera or just not being all the 100% perfect. You know, like even the video that I put out today, like there was a part where it was like it spiked like with a hard P sound. But if it was before I was editing these videos, I'd be like, I can't put this out. This sucks. But I'm like, let me just put it out anyways, you know? And it feels really good.
Good.
Yeah.
I loved your video today. I also could if you could narrate audiobooks.
I've never been told that. Like
I would literally fall asleep listening to like reading Harry Potter or something. I don't even know.
Oh, that's very sweet of you to say. I never got that growing up. Actually, I always got I was hanging out with my friends and then they're talking to their boyfriend and then the boyfriend be like, what guy you have in your house with you right now? Like that's you cheating on me. It's like, no, that's Miji.
Oh my gosh.
Oh gosh. We have similar personality, Sam, because I can laugh at myself but like Catwoman, I hate getting on video too. Like
Yeah.
she
Which
likes
is so
to
funny to me because you guys stream like multiple times a week.
stream
To
is
me,
different though.
but it's like as someone who's not like a YouTuber
Yeah.
at all, to me it's like the same thing.
Yeah.
and it's weird to me, like I used to always say, I don't do YouTube. I just sit on these panels and talk. And now, I started March. It's almost my anniversary of when I started YouTube.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh, am I a content creator? Am I a YouTube? What am I? I guess
Yeah.
I mean, you are creating content
Yeah.
on YouTube.
Yeah.
Check.
YouTuber. Yes.
Darn it.
Yeah. But it's a really good feeling to be okay with yourself.
Oh yeah. I think I'm okay with myself. I just know like YouTube is like at the bottom of the barrel for people in the world. Like people are terrible on YouTube. Like you get the worst comments.
Yeah, but I can understand what you're saying, Catwoman, though. Like when you're editing your own stuff, we're all our own harshest critics anyway. Yeah. Like internally, I had therapy yesterday and I was talking about this with my therapist of like, I judge myself the harshest.
Yes.
And when you're editing your own content, how do you shut that off? Because if it's somebody else's, you'd probably have a little bit more grace for them and say, you know what, this is still really excellent. But because it's yourself, your standard is probably like this high.
Yes.
And even though like everybody else is here and you love here, but for you, you're like, no, I must be this or nothing.
Yes.
So I'm glad that you're like growing some of that grace for yourself. And yeah. And that self-love.
Yeah.
Self-love.
Self-love flowers.
So I think that's awesome. I am an 8.
Yeah.
Judge the world.
She's talking about Enneagram, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and if you're behind the camera, like even at work, like you were very much in a like supporting role for people.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that you're not capable of being in the spotlight or anything like that. Like you have all of this knowledge and expertise and stuff. Hi, Alana. And you deserve to be the face of your content.
The thing is, this one hides, right?
Yes.
So we give her all of her flowers and all of her accolades, and she's like, "No, I'll just help you with this. Shh, don't tell anybody I did it."
Yeah. Yes. Like, don't tell nobody. But one of the things that I know that I was hiding, but I still kind of hide a little bit behind, was my emojis. My emojis, and even in a way with my picture that I had on Twitter, it's kind of hiding behind my mask in a way, like actual mask. So, that scarf, right? Like I just put it on and I got in front of the camera and I took a picture and I posted it. And I was just like, I feel really happy. Like it's why is it so hard to feel happy?
You give kids sunglasses and be like, when you put these on, nobody can see you. When she puts her scarf on, nobody can see her.
But we can see your smile and your face and you light up and I love it.
Yeah. Yeah. And
there's nothing better than like seeing someone who is like, I love me right now.
Oh yeah. I know. It's like we can tell it in the flowers behind you because like we just notice it right away.
I bring them to any room that I'm spending more than like 15 minutes in.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Like I spent money on these. I'm gonna enjoy them.
But it also shows like I'm a sentimental person, so you're probably like me. So sometimes when people give me things, like I got a blanket for Christmas that even though I have a comforter on my bed, the blanket's on top of the comforter. I'm sleeping with the blanket and the comforter. So it's just like, yeah, I'm sentimental like that. So a lot of people aren't, so they think you're weird, but I think that's really sweet.
Hey, Sam, go buy yourself some flowers.
Yes, exactly. Buy yourself some flowers.
His wife might think that he did something if he comes home with flowers. I bought these for me.
Yeah.
I bought these for me. Like, yeah, right.
LaShawn said, Catwoman's scarves makes me smile.
smiles. So she's the cat. She's Catwoman,
We're
the
doing
scarf
great.
lady now.
The cat
Better
scarf
than a
lady.
cat lady.
The cat scarf lady.
Catwoman, the scarf lady.
It's like a collar, right? But for
I went through a choker scarf stage. So I
Yeah.
had like a black one and a pink one that I was absolutely crazy about. But they were shorter than yours. They would just be right here. And I had a thing for them at that time period.
Have you guys noticed that people have been bringing up MySpace again?
Yes.
Because they're like, delete Facebook, go back on MySpace.
Wow.
Tom was always your friend. He never banned you from MySpace.
Really?
So I still have my MySpace account. So I went back and I was looking at all my pictures. And I'm like, oh my God. Look at me. I'm so cute. But it's weird how I could look back at myself and think of myself as cute. But back then I would post pictures. I'd be like, ugh. You think I was a girl.
Oh.
Samuel said, she said you better send Gigi some flowers and don't say, dear Rachel, you schmuck.
You schmuck.
I love your wife, Sam.
Yeah, because she was in the room while we were doing the podcast, and I like that she comes in. I watched a couple of their other podcasts after I rewatched ours, and I was like, oh, she comes by pretty often.
Yeah,
check and see what he's doing.
Checking up on him because apparently he needs it.
He's a troublemaker, clearly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sam said that he deleted his Facebook months ago.
I'm so tempted.
I use it for promotions only for the most part.
Yeah.
It's all about promoting my YouTube, just like Instagram, just like Twitter.
So. Yeah.
There are a couple of Facebook groups that I'm like an active, not stalker. That's not the right word.
If it's the first thing that came to mind, it probably is true.
Like, there's a couple like parenting groups that have been really helpful. I'm also there's this Animal Crossing group that I find very inspirational.
I'm glad I didn't buy that game. Everybody who talks about that game is just obsessed.
If you do, Genevieve will visit your island all the time.
Oh, nice.
Just so you know, and she will chop down your trees. So,
well, when I saw people like play the game and they were talking about like you owe money and you have to like make money and you buy houses and stuff.
That's like at the beginning.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Enlighten me because
so there's like getting into Animal Crossing and then there's like getting into Animal Crossing.
Okay.
People get like very deep into all of this. But there's a general storyline that you kind of have to follow at the beginning bits. And a lot of you would have a fake Facebook just for fake Facebook Marketplace.
I check out Facebook Marketplace just to see what's going on. Oh my gosh.
Well, of course, Alana wouldn't have a Facebook. So I don't know how to explain this because this is the first Animal Crossing game I ever played. So New Horizons is literally a new horizon for me. I didn't play Animal Crossing before this. But you have like, there's this kind of like introductory storyline so that you learn how to do all of the things on it. And then once you get to a certain point, you can just pretty much do whatever you want. So you can build your landscapes and you can customize things and get other people's customizations. And Genevieve buys a new outfit every day. You dig up fossils. Like you have a house, and if you want to expand it, then you get mortgages, but you can pay them off in this game, unlike real life, which feels nice.
Yeah.
As a millennial, I will never own a home. So this is my one shot.
Yeah.
So I wanted
like a lawnmower.
I wanted to touch on Savage's comment, and I don't know if we covered this on Gadget Chats or not, but they don't have Facebook overseas because it's not healthy. Like they did a survey on this thing.
Okay, but what in American culture is healthy? Like
I was gonna say, if you haven't noticed, the people who live on these places like Facebook, they're always miserable. So I don't have
sharing
time for
it.
Yeah.
Do you like how Nadine is just like losing her freaking mind over
there? Yeah,
there?
she is. I saw her tail like off the side. Yeah.
I'm an Audible book person. I've been so tied up in YouTube, I hadn't had a chance to read a book or listen to a book unless I'm traveling. But when I'm traveling, I'm listening to Gadget Chat. So it's not even like
Yeah, I really like the hide and block buttons on Facebook.
Yes.
Those are great.
Yep.
Sorry, this is cracking me up right now.
But I think also everywhere is kind of like where you make it, like what you make of it, what boundaries do you set?
Yeah.
I know that for like when I first started Facebook, I was like documenting my whole life. I'm like, this is like a public diary. Great. And then I just noticed that I wasn't, I had so much anxiety about whether I took the perfect picture or did I do a typo, which I always have typos. And it was like, it was getting anxiety driven. So I had to wean myself off. And I feel like I have a good balance of Facebook where I go on there, I see what people are doing, and then I'm able to hop off. But it took me like 2 years to get to that stage.
Oh,
I'm
that
a
was my
doom
Twitter
scroller.
stage.
Yeah, I doom scroll for hours.
Doom scroll.
Just hours
Yeah.
and hours.
Oh, I used to get mad at Twitter. I used to get
Twitter's
mad at work. I used to get mad at work because it was interrupting my Twitter. Like I tweeted day and night. I used to tweet everything.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I look back at that now and I'm like, wow, I didn't really have a life. Like everything went on Twitter.
Because you're so busy tweeting that you're not actually like paying attention.
Right.
Yeah. Doom scroll. Hashtag doom scroll.
Yes.
Y'all are crazy. Well, I think we're at the top of the hour.
We have runneth over.
But
Thank you
it's
all
fun
for
as
hanging out with
always.
us.
And you won't get these good old articles next week because we got the guest. So although I do have tech purchases, I'll just save them for the following week.
Yeah, that's gonna be exciting.
And I can give updates on my tech purchase.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You're planning on getting something?
Oh, I got a robotic litter box.
You should have thought about it this week.
Self-scooping. Well, we're still in the transition phase, so I'll be able to report on it better.
Yeah, by the time we there, we're gonna look, we might have to do a whole podcast on tech purchases.
It's gonna be great.
Well, hopefully I'm supposed to be getting something new as well.
Ooh.
So maybe we'll put like one or two articles on that week.
Tech purchases.
Yes.
Because I think I'll have 3.
Oh, you're fancy.
Yeah.
2 big ones and a little one. So between me, you, and Catwoman, that could be like half the podcast.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. Probably like just one article.
Yeah, 1 or 2 tops.
Awesome. Thanks for hanging out with us, you guys. I'm Catwoman.
I'm Gigi the Gadget Goddess.
I'm Emily, and we are
your homegirls at tech
here on the Gadget Chats podcast. See you next week.